taking the test today. Reality starlet Charlotte Crosby.
The media would portray me as loud, vulgar and a little bit annoying. Probably that is a fair comment, because when I'm on TV, I am a little bit loud and vulgar.
And former boxing promoter Kellie Maloney, previously known as Frank.
I've decided to take this test because I'd like to know where I am in my life. Life is sort of starting to settle down, so I'd like to know exactly where I am and who I really am there.
Time for today's two to take a seat and speak their minds.
Are you ready to take the test?
Yes, I am.
Ready as ever. I am so excited.
It's always best to tell the truth in every situation.
If it comes to the police, then yeah, you've got to tell the truth, haven't you? Because you just got to be honest. Because you're under oath. In little situations like you have left a skiddy on the toilet in a public area, someone's went in to use the toilet after you, it's best to lie.
I sometimes think the odd white lie is not a bad thing if it saves someone from heartache or from a bit of agony.
I have a sharp tongue.
Yeah, I am a landlady of a pub, and there's obviously a group of guys that sit and chat with me and they joke, and one of them turned around and went to me, "Kellie, I've got to say, you are the bollocks." And I just turned around and went, "No, I've had them cut off."
I find it easy to sympathise with other people's feelings.
I sympathise with other people's feelings a lot more now than I did previously when I was Frank Maloney. As Frank Maloney, if I'm honest, I didn't sympathise with anybody's feelings. I didn't really care about people's feelings, and if it meant paying no attention to other people's feelings, I would railroad over them.
Brown-nosing powerful people is a good idea.
Oh, does that mean licking someone's arse?
No, I disagree with that.
No, I think that's very fake. I don't like being fake. I don't even like going to events with the celebrities because I feel like all they do is talk and chat and be fake. And I just like to have my close friends and family, my normal friends from home who I grew up with. I don't want to have anyone else. I'm not really that bothered. So I strongly disagree with this statement.
Powerful people, no matter what you do for them, will only take you into their circle of friends if they can benefit from you. So I would disagree with that statement.
I don't worry about what's going on with other people.
Strongly disagree. If I'm out for dinner with like a couple of friends and there's an old woman sitting on the table opposite, eating on her own, I feel awful for the rest of the week. Why is she by herself? Has her husband died? Has she got no family? Does she need some company?
I work on the assumption most people have a nasty side which they will reveal at some point.
I think we've all got a nasty side in us, and some people can bring it out, some people can hide it, but at some point, I suppose it comes out.
I'm quite trusting to people until they give us a reason not to be. So I genuinely think that everyone's pretty nice unless I start suspecting something.
I can't be doing with discussions about the meaning of life.
I mean, what is the meaning of life? Is it to give birth?
I actually like talking about the meaning of life and what's going on in the world.
Is it to fall in love?
I like to understand what makes people tick.
It's definitely not to get a job, because Adam and Eve didn't have jobs, unless they were gardeners in the Garden of Eden.
I have a wide vocabulary.
I was going to say I have a wide vagina, but I don't know about vocabulary. I can't even say vocabulary. Vocabulary?
Unfortunately for Charlotte, there's still much more of this testing test to come.
Because I'm getting stressed out now because I can't think of an example.
And Kellie talks about the two sides of her personality as our psych tester reveals the results.
On this shoulder there was Frank, on this shoulder there was Kellie, and they were constantly battling with each other to take control of me.
This is Celebrity Psych Test, where reality royalty Charlotte Crosby...
God, this is so hard.
...and former boxing promoter Kellie Maloney...
I can't walk past the mirror without looking at it and just checking my hair's right or my makeup's right.
...are taking a psychological test as we try to reveal their true personalities.
I find I often screw things up.
I have screwed up some things. I've made some bad decisions. But overall, I don't think I screw things up because there's parts of me that likes to know that I'm doing things well, doing things right. And there's parts of me that likes to be in control of the situation.
I do screw a few things up, mind. There's been plenty of time I've been on live TV, I've been told not to swear, and then the odd shit comes out. Sometimes I fuck.
I feel relaxed most of the time.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm a much more relaxed person than I've ever been. I'm very comfortable in myself and with my body, except for sometimes when I put on a bit of weight, I get anxious.
I get very anxious and I really work myself up at times about things and I really stress out. So when I do certain TV appearances and I have to talk about certain topics which I find a bit hard to talk about because they were hard to deal with at the time. I went through an ectopic pregnancy, so there's a lot of times where I have to speak about that on live TV and I get really, really, really anxious. So I would definitely not say I feel relaxed most of the time, so I disagree with that.
I rarely feel down in the dumps.
I would say previously I was always down in the dumps as frank because of what I was going through. In today's lifestyle, I'm a much happier person, a much more contented person. So I would have to say today, if you asked me that question, I would agree with that question.
Test complete.
Woo! That was so fast! The questions were so different to anything I've ever been asked before. I mean, some of them were a little bit deep, don't get us wrong, but I mean, you just got to mix it up sometimes.
Very interesting finding what the results are, what it says my personality is, because I've probably got a completely different opinion of myself to what that test is going to throw out.
I want the whole shebangy. I cannot wait to get sat down and told what kind of person I am.
Our very own psych tester Lee has been interpreting our celebrities' responses whilst comparing them to the thousands of others worldwide who've taken the test. It looked at 6 personality traits. First up, it's friendliness, and Charlotte comes out as a real big softie.
You're very good at feeling other people's emotions. You're friendly, compassionate, and extremely sympathetic.
Do you know what? I really like the way you're saying that because I am. I just feel like people need to know that.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not a nasty person, and a lot of people get us really mixed up, and it's like you're a very fiery person. I'm like, well, I'm not really. No, I'm not a very fiery person at all.
No.
Oh, this is a really nice. I sound like such a nice person. It's making me feel a bit emotional, you know, Lee. It really is.
With a background in the no-nonsense world of boxing, Kellie comes out as a bit more hard-nosed.
The test results showed that you actually are a bit of a tough cookie.
But maybe there's still a lot of the old me still there.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, years of being who you were, you know, obviously you can't completely just eradicate that person, and there must be some remnants there.
Yeah, no, there is. I mean, there is. You know, I do see it sometimes. My past life, I can't deny it or disown, but it really wasn't me. You know, it's quite unique because not many people live 2 lives.
Yeah, absolutely.
The test also looked at emotional stability, and Charlotte comes out as a little bit up and down.
You can get stressed out easily and feel under pressure at work. It doesn't take much to get you upset, and it seems to stay with you quite a while. You seem to take it and carry it.
I do. I carry it everywhere with us.
How do you take the burden of that extra weight?
It's just so much going on in my head. It's just constantly thinking. It's very hard for us to switch off. Like, I still think about things that I got wrong, like, about 2 months ago. And then I still worry about it until I'll see it, that it wasn't actually that bad. I'll still worry.
It's quite a high standard to constantly try and reach, isn't it?
I know, it really is.
When it comes to their view of other people, the test suggests that Kellie finds it hard to trust others.
You talked about when you're around other people and how if you're feeling a certain way or if you're feeling uncomfortable, you kind of keep it in, you don't share how you're feeling. What was that because of? Was it like a lack of confidence or a lack of trust in others?
Yeah, well, in my previous life, I didn't trust anyone.
Right.
I actually didn't share any, only with my lawyers. That was about the only people I would talk to and trust.
Wow, what a transformation then for you. Not just thinking about your physical transformation, but just about your character transformation and your emotional transformation as well along the way.
I felt like I was this person in the middle. On this shoulder there was Frank, on this shoulder there was Kellie, and they were constantly battling with each other, to take control of me.
Charlotte's results show she has an even-tempered view of the world and of other people.
You have a very balanced worldview. You value honesty, but you also see the value of a little white lie.
Yeah. When I think about it, the only time I do tell a little white lie is to either protect someone's feelings or to protect my embarrassment.
Yeah.
Never about anything bad, though. Never to protect us from getting locked up.
The overall results show that Charlotte often struggles to control her emotions, which can make her stressed out. That she really values the company of others and is sensitive to how they feel. That she assumes the best about people, unless proven otherwise, and has a very positive outlook on the world. Callie's results suggest she keeps a tight circle of friends and family and is less open to those outside that circle. And, after years in the boxing game, she's more cynical about other people's motives than Charlotte, although her outlook has changed in recent years. So, what will our celebs take away with them now they've heard the feedback?
I found out that I'm a caring person. I like to put a lot of people before myself. I'm very curious and a perfectionist when it comes to work. I'm always wanting to learn. I'm always asking questions.
When I've done TV interviews, it's always the same sort of questions. This is the first time I've actually been able to be open and be myself. And I hope this gets the world to see who I really am.
I think I found out that I'm just a really great girl. There's evidence, there is proof in the pudding!